We have 8 items that are less than $25 in the show, and this is one of them. So it's K59806. This is Kuhn Rikon 2-in-1. It's a ratchet can opener. Now it's easy to use. You don't have to twist your wrist to get those cans open. It also has a little bird beak feature so that you never have to come in contact with food, and it works on all sizes of cans. So the big old cans of broth all the way down to the tiny cans of tomato paste and everywhere in between. There's a little bird beak to help make it easy, and there is a little pull top so that you can top your cans open too. We'll show you all about it. But one of the things we're trying to avoid is that sharp lid that cuts open the trash can and quite frankly can cut your finger too. Now, it makes a great noise. There's something very satisfying about that. We have 3 color choices for you. We're going to show them to you now. I have 1200 in the black. I have 100 in the red. And I have 100 in the lime. Now, these are our final quantities for the year, and that price goes up at the end of the day. It's on 3 easy payments of $8.32. Jeremy Parker is here. He's a trained chef. He's a dear friend of all of ours here at QVC, and especially this show. On occasion, I like to call it In the Kitchen with Jeremy. And Jeremy, today, we're kicking it off with Kuhn Rikon. How are you doing this Saturday?
Great. Good to see you. And, you know, I'm actually filling in for Mark Charles, our very good, close mutual friend that we both love so much. She's
we
wonderful.
Sure do. But
He's
you know
off
what?
today.
We love spending time with you too. And when it comes to this can opener, you know, a lot of us are noticing that it's not so easy to twist the wrist anymore, and it can be a little bit difficult to get those old can openers to work on bigger cans. This one solves all those problems.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, it has a nice big ball in the end. There's no twisting. You're not cutting into a can. You're decrimping the can. It's no sharp edges that are going to cut your trash bag or cut you. No shards inside of your can. It's really easy to use. And basically what you do is you latch this on. You're just going to go back and forth like this. If you have a cast on, you could actually just use the bowl in your hand like this. I mean, how would you open a can if you broke your hand? I don't know. This is the way to do it. And then the little bird's beak is how you grab that lid. You pull it off. And here's the difference. So we've all had these before. And you know what happens is when you cut into a can, you get that food on there. And I don't know if we ever really clean that off. It stays there because you're cutting into the can. A lot of times these lids here are sharper than a lot of the knives you might have in your kitchen drawer. Wow. I mean, this is going to cut your bag open, your trash bag. It's just a bad idea. Shards can get inside of there too. With this, there's no sharp edges. It's the one I just took off. You can see there, it's not going to cut a lemon or my hand. It's totally safe because what we've done is you've decrimped it. If you have cat food or something and maybe you're only using half a can, you can put the lid back on top. Now, it's not going to make a perfectly airtight seal, but it'll cover it. That way you can open this up and use it again.
Smart.
And of course, this isn't going to cut your trash bags. Now, it also has a pull top. So if you've ever broken your nail or chipped it trying to get your finger under there, so this little guy right here, see that little hook? You just come in here like this, and all you do is just roll the can back, and it pops that lid open. Now, these are just naturally sharp, so nothing we can do about that, but it'll open it up, and it's easy to use. And, of course, it's totally clean. There's no shards going in, and this isn't going to be all gunked up and nasty. So it's just a better way to open your cans.
Super. You know, we have all 3 colors in front of Jeremy right there on the table, but we can also show them on QVC.com, our preference. We have the lime. There are only 6 dozen remaining. Now, we also have the red. 5 dozen remaining in the red, and we have the black. That's the one I have on set with me. There are fewer than 1,200 to go around there. It is on 3 easy payments of $8.32. You can bump it to 6 easy payments with your Q card if you would like to, but the price goes up at the end of the day today. I look at this and I think, okay, if I have one already and I love it, maybe I'm going to get one and take it with me on the road and take it to the beach house for the late summer road trip, right? Or maybe I want to get it for my mom who's starting to get a little bit of arthritis in her wrist and doesn't want to do this to get all of those jars open. Maybe this is a little bit easier for her. I also want to think about getting this as a housewarming gift. And Jeremy, please correct me if you think this is silly, but a lot of people for a housewarming gift will bring a plant or they'll bring a bottle of wine or something like that.
Yeah.
You're going to use this for years and years and years. And quite frankly, I might need this a little bit more than a bottle of wine. I can't believe I said it out loud.
Well, I don't know need, but you'll use it more. I mean, you use a bottle of wine once, and then that's it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So unless you put a message in it and throw it out to the ocean, that's about the only time you reuse a bottle, I think.
Wow, how
But,
philosophical you are today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, I read a book last night. I don't know. Anyway, but and what's great about this, it's so easy to use, is that it latches on and you use a little bird's beak and that pulls the lid off. So again, let me just show you real quick. Now, underneath, you can see what happens is that this is going to grab on large cans, small cans, little tomato paste cans are fine. What you're going to do is just put this on here, and if you're not sure, you see there's a little arrow right here, and that's, you're going to just point that to the rim. If you just can't figure out, you know it's on there if you can lift it up like that. That's how you know it's latched on there. And then from here, you just ratchet all the way around. And again, you just back and forth, back and forth. There's no twisting. No matter how big the can is or how small, it'll work. And then when you feel it lighten up, you just take the little bird's beak, pull the lid off, and there's my can, ready to go. No sharp edges, no shards in here, and this bottom is perfectly clean. And then, of course, the other thing here, there's a can. I have no idea what's inside of this, Mary, so let's just see. It's the mystery can. We're going to see what's in there. It's this little pull tab here. Yeah. What do you think? Let's guess. I'm going to say green beans.
I'm going to go with corn.
Corn. Okay.
Yeah,
let's see,
yeah.
Let's see
I'm
right.
thinking corn.
Okay. And raviolis? We were
What?
both way off. We were way off. Those look like raviolis in there, I think. Anyway, okay.
That's amazing. Oh, that's a fun game. We should do that more often. You know what? I want to remind you all of your color choices and remind you that the price does go up at the end of the day. Now, if you are interested in the red, it's last call. There are only a couple dozen remaining. If you're interested in the lime, we only have a couple dozen remaining. If you're interested in the black, we have 1,100 remaining. Jonathan, you said how many in this show? Over 200 have already been picked up live and in the kitchen with Mary. And listen, this is the kind of thing. If it were sitting on a shelf in a store, you would walk by it and you would go, I don't even get it. What is going on there? It looks like a rabbit. But here at QVC, we have the luxury of having multiple television channels. You can stream us. You can find us on social media. We can tell you how this stuff works. This is how it works. You open it up. You latch it onto the can. You go like this. It uncrimps the original factory seal of the can. And if you're just tuning in and you're going, well, who cares? Why is that important? Because if you use a traditional can opener, it leaves that lid super sharp. Not only is it sharp for your fingers, but it's sharp in the recycling bin or in your trash and can cut open the bag and throw the garbage all over the driveway. We only ever do that once, right? But when it comes to this, you're uncrimping, you're keeping those sides smooth, and the food doesn't come in contact with the metal underneath of your can opener. The reason why that's important is because that food, depending on what it is, it could be acidic like tomato juice or tomato sauce, that could start to corrode the metal. And then you're getting little bits of metal into your food from that point on. This one never touches the food, so you never have to have that be a concern. That's why finds like this at QVC are so cool to have in your home, and that's why we don't want you to leave it in your cart. Complete your order, finish your checkout, get it home. You have 30 days to love it or return it. The red has now sold out. We have lime, which is last call. We have like 12 left. And then the black in my hands, we have about 1,100 left to go around. Now, the price goes up at the end of the day. It goes up. These are our final quantities of the year. So we used to have 4 colors. Now we're down to 2. And in a few moments, we'll be down to 1. I highly suggest I love the sound effect. Jeremy, can you hear the sound effects on your end?
No.
You can't hear them? Oh my gosh. Every time I'm giving updates, there are sound effects that are playing in the studio. It's hysterical.
I don't have it.
I absolutely love it. You know what? But Jeremy, this is why, you know, yes, it's versatile. You never have to touch the lid. But Kuhn Rikon as a brand, I mean, based in Swiss engineering, I always look for this brand when I'm in a kitchen store and when I'm shopping at QVC.
Yeah, they're a world leader in kitchen gadget brands, if you will, and just making things, they make things great. Quality, you know, is always going to be good. And functionality, again, latch it on, and you're just going to ratchet it back and forth, and it's going to turn it around, decrimp it, and then what I love too, I mentioned this, I just did this, by the way, all the way around. Open it up. You see the little, we call it the bird's beak there, and you're just going to take that off with the bird's beak. Let me get that guy on there. And what I love is, like, you know, Mary, when I use tomato paste, I sometimes only use a scoop of it just to thicken my marinara sauce, to thicken my bolognese or chili. So what I love about this too is I could take the lid and put it back over the top like that. See? And that's gonna keep it, again, it's not airtight. Don't put it back in your pantry for another 6 months. Keep it in your fridge. Maybe you get a couple of weeks out of it, but you'll be able to reuse that. Cat food, dog food, things like that, the same way. And of course, you're not gonna get these lids that, like I said, are sharper than a lot of knives we have.
Yeah.
This lid here is, I mean, I won't even cut my hand, so it's safer.
Jeremy, can I ask you a real-time question?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
okay.
I'm so sorry.
Go.
If you were here, I would just hold my phone up to you and be like, look. Julie just said she's having a hard time attaching it to the can. Can you review that for us one more time?
Yeah.
Okay,
now,
thank you. Julie, this
for
for you.
Make sure, Julie, okay, is open it all the way up.
All the way, okay.
Okay, because if it's slightly like this, see the space here? You want to get the can. If we can get a close look here. Okay, you see, if you open it all the way up, it has to go between that little gear and between the two gears. That's where the rim goes.
Okay.
If you, watch Mary, close it a little bit. If you close it a little bit there, you see how it closes that space? So that'll make it harder. So just open it all the way up and put it on the rim and then close it. And once you do that, if you can pick it up, it's latched, and then you just ratchet it.
Oh,
Okay?
thank you for that.
I hope that helps.
Thank you. That is hugely helpful. 400 have been picked up. In this presentation, we lost 2 color choices. We lost the red and we lost the lime. Only the black remains. And we have about 1,000 left to go around. Price goes up at the end of the day. It's 3 easy payments of $832. Remember, use your Q card. Bump it to 6 if you would like to today. And Jeremy is going to come back and spend more time with us in the kitchen. It's ITKWJ again this weekend. I'll see you soon, my friend. Thank you. You know what? One of the items that he's coming back with is one of our 8